Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 38 of The Murder House by James Patterson and David Ellis. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You guys have been warned. Chapter 38. The machine shop in Sing Sing is in the former death room where the electric chair Old Sparky killed more than 600 people, including the spies Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, over the course of 70 years. Old Sparky has been moved to a museum and the death penalty has been abolished in New York. Noah now often wishes it hadn't, so instead, Noah works in this space assembling chairs for toddlers to be used. He assumes in either an elementary school or a hospital. If there have been any moments of enjoyment in his 2.5 months in Sing Sing, they have come while he's been doing this work, oh, and she's spitting up. Oh, God. Hold on. All right. There we go. If there's been any moments of enjoyment in his 2.5 months in Sing Sing, they have been come while he's been doing the work, taking care and pride putting together these chairs. He's always enjoyed working with his hands, knowing that there is something tangible to show for his effort. Someone will sit in this chair, someone will learn something in this chair, someone will laugh in this chair. On the count, one of the COs walks in for the census, taken 4 times a day to make sure all prisoners are accounted for. The correctional officers cannot, as a practical manner, follow around every inmate all the time, so they move in groups through the narrow hallways, always staying to the right of the yellow stripe down the center, and even let them walk on their own when they're going in the yard or the gym. At the CO's call, Noah stands and keeps his hands at his sides. The CO counts off all inmates loud. There are 11 in the machine shop, divided among the various rooms for printing, woodwork, and welding. There are only 3, Noah included, here in woodworking. Noah gets back to work, squatting down on one knee. Behind him, he hears the other 2 inmates, both of them African-American, Al and Raffer, abruptly put down their tools and walk out of the woodworking. Noah senses something. He gets to his feet just as 3 men enter the room. Unlike Al and Raffer, these men aren't black, they are white. He recognizes one of them as Eric Wheaton, the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood. Here at Sing Sing, his 2 friends are massive, with shaved heads and skin ink up and down their tree trunk arms. Wheaton, himself above average in size, but dwarfed by his companions, is the elder statesman of his clan, probably 50. He shows Noah his teeth. Well, Noah, seems like you've been avoiding us. My friends have offered to be your friends. I don't need friends like you, says Noah. He wishes he had something in hand, like a hammer on the floor. You don't need friends? You're the only guy in A don't need friends. How's a guy like you gonna get along in here with all the mongrels? The men on each side of Wheaton fan out, forming a semicircle around Noah. 2 more men, nearly as big as the first set of goons, also proud members of the Brotherhood, enter the room. Now it's 5 on 1. So I'm asking nice, says Wheaton, for the last time. Noah takes a breath, steels himself. I don't need you or your white trash racist asshole buddies. Wheaton smile widens, showing stained, crooked teeth. He's too good for us, friends. He's Jesus. Didn't you hear? Surfer boy. Surfer boy Jesus. Someone help me remember. Now, what happened to Jesus? With that, they close in from both sides. Noah keeps his fists tight and pops one of the goons in the mouth, snapping his head back, and then he sprints to his right and connects with the roundhouse left to the jaw of the thug from the other side. It's enough to throw the man off balance, but not enough to knock him over. Noah will still have to deal with him and with the other 2. He turns back to his left for the oncoming rush, but he's not fast enough. The biggest of the goons barrels into him, 300 pounds of force, knocking him to the floor. He kicks out his legs and tries to bench press the man off him before a boot connects with his temple, sending a shock of lightning across his eyes. Then the man on top of him rises up and slams down a fist. Just in time, Noah ducks his head and the man's fist hits the floor instead of Noah's face. He cries out in pain. Noah lunges up for the midsection like a bucking bronco to topple the man off of him. But they are too many and too big. After the initial burst of action, it comes down to numbers, 5 on 1, 5 men kicking and punching Noah, who is pinned down. Blood flies from his mouth and nose with each kick and punch until he can no longer hold his head up. Now he is nothing more than a punching bag. He feels his ribs crack with successive kicks, but he can't offer any response. He is getting the life beaten out of him, and they want to kill him. He can no longer stop them. After a while, the pressure comes off his chest, and he is being tugged by all 4 limbs. Then he is lifted off the ground and thrown down onto one of the large woodworking tables. "Keep his arms out, boys," one of them says. Noah is hardly conscious, and his arms are spread out, palms up. Men climb onto the table and sit each of their forearms, with 2 others sit on his shins. He is completely pinned down. By the time he feels the prick of the nail on the palm of his hand, he is unable to even cry out. He looks through the fog, through the tiny slits of his eyes, and sees Eric Wheaton poising the nail over his right hand, a hammer raised above his head. When the hammer comes down on the nail, it's like a drilling rig finding oil, blood spurting into the air. Noah lets out an animal cry, and his eyes go to the ceiling. They do quick work of it, nailing both hands to the wooden tabletop while Noah focuses on a single thought. "Let me die," he prays. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.